CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. We have new developments after 15-year-old Ella Alder was struck and killed by a boat over the weekend. Now, several foundations are joining forces. It's to raise awareness and help prevent similar accidents in the future. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench tells us more about the organizations.
There are new developments today following the death of 15-year-old Ella Alder while she was wakeboarding off Key Biscayne last weekend. 3 foundations are now helping launch the Beacon Light at Sea initiative to raise awareness for everyone about boater safety. Miami-Dade Commissioner Raquel Regalado says parents can help, and she wants stricter penalties for hit-and-run accidents on the water.
Well, we're looking at mirroring the change that was made in the state statute for cars. So that was recently changed. If you hit someone and you leave the scene, we're asking our state partners to consider making that change. And I'm going to be bringing something to the Board of County Commissioners regarding an urging to see if we can do the same for boats. It just elevates the charge because technically it's a manslaughter, so we want to make sure that it's a felony.
We will also hear from a still grieving father who lost his son in a boating accident in Cudjoe Key in 2020. We'll have that story coming up starting live at 5 on CBS News Miami. In Key Biscayne, Peter Dench, CBS News Miami.
The search is on for the gunman responsible in a deadly shooting in Miami. Rescue crews rushed to the scene. The 19-year-old victim was found with multiple gunshot wounds. It happened along Northwest 67th Street.
Once officers arrived on scene, they located an adult male who appeared to have been suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was immediately transported to Jackson Memorial Hospital, where he has since succumbed to his injuries.
If you have any information, you are urged to call officials.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, lots of people taking a dip in the water. It is another scorcher across South Florida. Temperatures are soaring once again, but hopefully we can get a little relief from the heat, Cindy.
I do have some good news for you, Naja. Yes, I see down the road, we're going to still have to endure this for a couple more days, but there is a break coming, but not until next week. So this is what we're looking at. Extreme heat is going to continue, I think, through Saturday, maybe into Sunday at this point. Feels like temperatures from 100 to 108 degrees. Today we had the cloud cover. Thank you very much to these clouds. They really helped us out. And then a better chance for some storms next week, and I'll show you why we're looking at these storm chances and the cooler, drier air that might be coming in next week as well. So let's get to that in just a bit. 89 degrees right now, so that's not too bad. The high today in Miami so far has been 93. Thank you, clouds. That kept the temperatures down just a bit, but the folks down in Homestead still hit 95. So not quite as much cloud cover. That stream of clouds came right across from Collier County, but this is what it actually feels like. So we still have the heat, the intense heat feels like 95 degrees, feels like 99 in Homestead. So yes, it is still very sticky, very humid, and of course the Key is really sticky and humid down here. Winds out of the west, still gusty too at 12 miles per hour, but gusting up to 20. And this is where that stream of clouds and storms over Collier County this afternoon. Severe thunderstorm warnings, even one with a tornado tag to it, but we had heavy rain, so we've got a couple of flood areas here that we're going to watch. These storms are now sliding to the south across Collier, and look at the trajectory here. If we can keep this going, keep them hanging on, we could see a few showers even here, which would be nice this afternoon into the evening hours. That would be great, because look at this, the drought monitor has now included more portions of Broward County, so it's dry up here. We could use the rain, and of course we could use the cooler air too. So again, Friday going to be a record high. We're expecting Saturday close to it, and then it drops off a little bit heading into next week. These temperatures down, which is great. Look at this Monday and Tuesday, and this is where that cooler, drier air comes in, because we're expecting a frontal system, not the one that we've been dealing with here. We're going to stay kind of warm and sticky and warm and humid, but as we get into Saturday, Sunday, here comes the front by Monday and Tuesday. If this front gets all the way through, and our models are showing that it is supposed to do that, we'll get a northerly flow. That's cooler, drier air, and that's going to be great. So a few showers could develop across coastal Broward County yet this afternoon, which is again a chance tomorrow afternoon, which would be a wonderful thing if we can pick up that rain. Highs tomorrow again in the mid-90s. Same thing for Saturday, then a little bit cooler as we head into next week. Daytime highs only in the lower 90s.
A man accused of a disturbing crime has been arrested. Police say this man, 24-year-old Flores-Coello, tried to meet a minor for sex. Police were conducting a sting operation to catch a child predator during his arrest. The man met with a detective posing as a 15-year-old. A restaurant owner caught an alleged burglar in the act, and the wild confrontation was all caught on camera. It happened along 17th Avenue and Northwest 31st Street in Miami. Surveillance video caught the burglar in the act. You can see the person going through the register. He was stealing items, stuffing things into his backpack. Then a fight broke out between the robber and the owners. No one was hurt. The heat is impacting pets, especially those housed at animal shelters. One of those is in Medley. The facility doesn't have air conditioning, and it houses about 150 dogs. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor joins us from that shelter with what he found out.
Yes, this shelter does not have AC, but the reality is that it never had, even since the time when it was built, which was 40 years ago. But now they're facing a real dilemma with the hot weather and 150 dogs like gnats. So we asked the people in charge, what are they doing about it?
That the facility has industrial-sized fans, that it's really cool in this facility. Yes, it's hot outside, but the facility itself is not really that hot once you go into it, and that these pets are being very well taken care of.
Coming up at 5:30, how you can make a difference at a moment in which these 150 dogs are facing this hot weather. In Medley, I'm Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
A Florida father goes to the store and ends up in cuffs. First responders find his daughter sweating inside his hot car. More details when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. A dangerous situation out of West Palm. Police say the father of a 3-year-old is accused of leaving his toddler in the back seat of a parked car, and it happened during the extreme heat. CBS News Miami's Luli Ortiz reports.
A close call that almost ended in a tragedy. A father claims he forgot his daughter was in the car. Police hopes this recent arrest serves as a reminder for all of us to slow down and remember who is with you, especially little ones who can't fend for themselves.
It's been 30 minutes. Okay.
A 3-year-old girl in her mother's arms after an incident that police say was 100% preventable. Police body camera video shows the arrest of 42-year-old Raul Aurelio Fernandez after a customer found his toddler alone inside his SUV with the windows up and the engine off in the Sam's Club parking lot of 45th Street in West Palm Beach last Saturday. It was a scorching hot day.
Good Samaritans apparently opened the car. It was unlocked, took the child out of the car seat. When they found the girl, she was profusely sweating. She was red, flushed, and crying.
That person alerted a cop who happened to be nearby.
Fernandez totally forgot that he left his daughter in the car. He went inside, apparently to do Mother's Day shopping.
In the surveillance video, you can see Fernandez behind the wheel of a black SUV pulling into the parking lot. Seconds later, he is seen walking inside on his cell phone, but no toddler. He shops, and minutes later, he is in the line to check out.
And then after he checks out, he goes into the liquor store for several minutes, leaves the liquor store, proceeds back towards his car, sees the commotion, and that's when apparently he realized that he left his daughter in the car.
Fernandez was arrested and charged with leaving the child in a car for more than 15 minutes and child neglect, a third-degree felony.
She was in the car was determined for about 31 minutes, not 15 like the father said. Certainly could have been deadly for that child.
Jackal says the temperature in the car rose to at least 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat-related illnesses like heat stroke happens when one's body temperature reaches 104. It can lead to death, and children are more at risk, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Last year nationwide, 29 children died from vehicular heat stroke.
People just need to stay focused. The last thing we hate to see is a child that dies because they were left in a hot car.
And police say if you ever see a child in distress in a car, call 911 immediately and get help. In West Palm Beach, I'm Luli Ortiz, CBS 12 News.
The Biden campaign has accepted a CBS News invitation to participate in a vice presidential debate. The campaign says the debate will take place on either July 23rd or August 13th. Former President Donald Trump has not named a running mate. The Trump campaign has not yet accepted the invitation. President Joe Biden is using his executive privilege. It's over interview recordings with special counsel Robert Hur. Republicans want the Justice Department to turn over the recordings. They say it's for their impeachment inquiry into the president. The interviews focused on classified documents. Testimony resumed in former President Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York. Michael Cohen took the stand for more cross-examination. The defense grilled Cohen about TV interviews. The defense team says Cohen will say anything to put Trump behind bars. He is expected to be the prosecution's last witness. The trial will pause tomorrow so Trump can attend his son's high school graduation. Airbnb has added a new addition to its Icons collection. In celebration of Pixar's 20th anniversary, The Incredibles, there is now a real-life rental based on the movie. Guests will even get to build their own super suits. Bookings for the experience open up next Friday. That's the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a wonderful day.